Lights on. It's time again. "20 years. We create dream cars, generation after generation. We push ourselves beyond all limits. We take victories and write history.
What a great championship.
Together, we go even further. Are you ready? Bring it home. It's dreams that have fueled us across 2 decades. It's dreams that have inspired us, empowered us, and driven us to the next level. This is Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, driven by dreams. 2023 starts now.
欢迎大家收看亚洲保时捷凯迪拉杯2023年赛季第13回合的直播现场，我是本次赛季的主持人 Sammy。在时隔2年之后，我们回到了上海国际赛道，以进行本赛季的收官之战。想必待会的比赛必定十分精彩，大家一定要留守待会的精彩瞬间。Hello everyone and welcome to Shanghai International Circuit for round 13 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2023 season. I'm your season host Sammy Hum, and we are certainly excited to have Porsche fans to join us in the season finale as we will determine the season champion over the weekend. Now let's hear from our pit reporter Steve Dawson on the qualifying rounds earlier.
I don't think we've ever done this in the shade before, Sammy. That's because of the grandstand. Absolutely 100% blue sky above us. Cool, beautiful for the drivers. In the overall championship, Florian Latour 32 points clear of the chasing pack. So there's 25 points for a win, 2 races this weekend. It's going to be a big deal if he doesn't manage to take the championship once we're done and dusted this weekend. Among the Pro-Am drivers, my goodness, what a qualifying session from Bao Jinlong. Only 2 milliseconds behind the pole sitter. He sits comfortably on the front row, and it's going to be a miracle to stop him from taking the championship. Among the amateurs, well, young Roy Yu has already wrapped that up, but there's a big tussle for second place. 3 drivers involved in that one, and that could be where much of the excitement takes place today.
Wow, thank you so much, Steve, for your insights. I'm sure later on this round is going to be super action-packed. So with that, let's throw it back to our commentators.
We've got our Taycan safety car up front. Beautiful day. Just after 20 minutes. In fact, it's coming up to 4:45.
Commentators, now joining me on the track today, we have the Vice President Marketing of Porsche China, Mr. Sky Xiao, and our very special guest, Mr. Le Mans himself, Mr. Jackie Iggs. So let me start with Sky first. So Sky, it's been 2 years ever since the series been coming back to Shanghai. So how does it feel to come back to the track today?
Well, to put everything in one word, it feels just fantastic. Simply fantastic for me to be at the racetrack. I mean, it's always a pleasure and my personal interest and passion as well to be at the racetrack, especially today at such beautiful weather in Shanghai, and we have nearly 300 cars and over 1,000 Porsche enthusiasts who are driving and appreciate the cars. So there's nothing better than spending a weekend at such beautiful weather with Porsche at Motorsport.
Well, we are certainly very excited and truly blessed because we have a true icon today. The name Jackie Ickx is certainly a legendary one in motorsport. So, Sky, can you tell us how does it feel for you to have him supporting us over the weekend?
Well, it feels really special. Jackie is a gentleman who is really special to me and also to the brand, as you may know. Porsche is a brand that is born on the racetrack and have written legendary stories on the racetrack and on the road. And many of those legendary stories were with Jackie. So Jackie for us is not just a race driver. Jackie is a hero and a true legend. And it's really, really special to have him here and having his support to the Porsche motorsport, especially in the region in China. And this is also a very inspiring icon to many of the Chinese young drivers, that they can look up to the success and to the legendary history of Jackie. So it's a privilege to have Jackie with us this weekend in Shanghai.
Thank you so much, Sky. I feel the same, and I'm sure a lot of you watching the stream feels the same as well. So, Jackie, it's my honor to say this to you in person. You are a legend among the legends and a true ambassador for all the motorsports in around the world. So can you please share with us how do you feel about the state of motorsports in China today?
Well, I don't know if I am a legend or not, but there is something I know, obviously, is that to be back in Shanghai, and especially on this race course, it's quite unique. Also because we leave the final of the Carrera Cup Asia Pacific. We are together into the Porsche community. It's about sharing. And obviously, when you come to China, you discover a country with tradition, culture, and we are very respectful and we enjoy it very much.
Thank you so much. So I think you are really, really humbled, but I do have something to ask. If you have any advices to share to our young drivers watching the stream right now.
Well, I know your aim in China is to have a Chinese driver going into the top of motor racing. That's mean Formula One, long distance racing. Yes, it's about dreaming, in my opinion. We are all humans. We have big dreams, small dreams. But the attitude about dreams is that you show your desire. Dream plus daring, that's the key of everything. Please continue to dream. Work for it, and I'm sure one day we will be here watching, I hope, the Formula One race with a talented Chinese driver.
Thank you so much. That's so inspiring. So thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Sky, for joining us. We will have another special guest interview later, but before that, let us throw it back to our commentators.
It's absolutely a part of me growing up and listening to Le Mans when he drove with Derek Bell, still Britain's most successful driver, listening to the radio, listening to Le Mans in my formative years. Well, in the time that Sammy was talking to Sky and Jackie Ickx, the grid has filled up and we are ready to go racing again here at Shanghai. The times in qualifying exceptionally quick, record quick.
那现在呢，我们有请我们的特别嘉宾，我们有保时捷亚太赛车运动官方车手叶一飞，一飞你好。
嗨，你好，大家好。
好，那一飞，我知道你今年其实是非常的忙碌，可以跟我们简单说说你的行程吗？
对，今天比赛确实是非常
great year for you, Ife, and he says, yeah, very busy. I've been racing in the 963 hypercar with Hertz Team Jota this year, competing in the WEC. And that was at Spa Montefuji, and of course the 100th anniversary. If I had to pick one moment, it would be my race at Le Mans. I joined up with Porsche China's celebrations for the brand's 75th anniversary and hosted a live stream of the entire race with Chinese commentary. It was a special treat for motorsport fans in China and a special treat for me, says Ife. Feeling a whole nation full of fans cheering me on, knowing they were watching me.
想必是很多车手们的梦想啊。那你平时有关注亚洲保时捷凯雷拉杯的赛事吗？
Sammy asking, has he followed the Carrera Cup Asia this year? Yeah, of course, it's the 20th anniversary season, premier one-make racing series in Asia, so of course I've been interested. Watching Porsche Carrera Cup Asia is a great way to keep an eye on young upcoming talent. Porsche has an incredible driver development programme. I'm very grateful for it, and it supports drivers of all levels, and it's the place to find the next racing superstar. Hopefully one of these young drivers will be joining me on the international stage soon.
喜欢赛车、热爱赛车的青年车手提供了各级别的比赛。那我相信未来的赛车巨星很有可能会出现在保时捷亚洲凯拉杯的赛场上。我也会继续关注该赛事，然后希望期待下一个新星的诞生。
好，我也非常期待我们下一代的新星诞生。谢谢你的分享。So that's for our Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific selected driver Yi Feiye. He's certainly looking forward to the race later. So I'm going to throw it back to our commentators.
What a year it has been for Yi Feiye, who has shone very brightly indeed. Had the privilege of watching quite a few of his races. Let's come back to here and now. And the weather today, very pleasant indeed, 23 Celsius. 98% chance of the race staying dry and no wind to talk of. Almost perfect weather conditions. And as far as the Michelin track temperature is concerned, well, that is a very pleasant for the Michelin rubber, 33 Celsius. Once it gets up towards 50, and we have seen that at times, this 2023 Porsche Carrera Cup Asia Series, that's when the tyre technicians have to really work. Here is the arithmetic. Florian Latour needs to be on the podium in this first of two races this weekend to take the championship. Lockello and Chris van der Drift with an outside chance of the championship. But look, only 5 points between them for second place. Much more clear-cut in the Pro-Am classification, where Bao Jinlong has wrapped it up and Zhou Biwang in second place. But much closer for the runner-up spot in the Am competition, with just 1 point between three drivers. Grid being cleared. Here's Steve.
Just straight, but what a performance. Tell us about it.
Yeah, finally took a pole position away from Latour, so it's nice. It's been a bit of a messy season for us, but good to finally be up the front here and get pole for the first race today in Shanghai.
In the end, it's literally just milliseconds between you, P2 and P3. How do you feel about your run to the first corner?
That should be good. I'm looking forward to the start. So long as we get out in front, then it should be able to hopefully control it from there. And yeah, we'll just see how the rest of the race plans out. But I'm feeling confident.
Fabulous. Looking forward to it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chris van der Drift on overall pole position. And what a lap that was. Lap record pace. If we get that in the race itself, then that will be lap record pace, and a lap record that stood since 2019 as well. And Chris capturing his first pole position in that number 8 blue and white car. Driver's left, camera right. He's got Bao Jinlong alongside in the 718, and then the second row, Lockello and Florian Latour. So he's already got a little bit of an advantage then on Lockello. Then it's Martin Ragginger and Nazim Azam for your top 6. This is 5.4 kilometres, 3.3 miles, 16 corners, and a phenomenal circuit. A bit of everything. Overtaking spots down at the hairpin at turn 6 into 9. And then at the end of the very long 1.2 kilometre back straight, 3/4 of a mile, you can get down the inside, the right-hand side at turn 14. Overall lap record still held by Michael Schumacher, going all the way back to his Ferrari days. Track limits needs to be watched at the exits of 16 and 10, and keep an eye on the exit speeds from some of those slower corners as well. Engines are fired for the formation lap. And we are ready to go racing this weekend. Waiting for the 15-second board at the front of the grid as we come up to 4 o'clock. The marshal clears the grid. Time to release on the formation lap these 21 Carrera Cup cars. So let's take a look at the grid then, with Chris van der Drift as Team Shanghai Honda on pole position, Zhongtong Autos, Bao Xinlong alongside. Row 2, Lo Kelo battling with van der Drift for second in the championship, and champion-elect Florian Latour for Meidong Racing. Then it's Martin Ragginger and Nazim Azam on row 3. Scott Hargrove, welcome to the championship, Scott. He's been winning Porsche Championship since 2014, over from Canada. Zhou Wang alongside him, Gao Yuzhe, Yang Ryu. Then in the 6th row, Wu Jiazin, Eric Zhang, Li Chao, Eric Kwong on row 7. Hong Shizhe and Francis Chia on row 8. Li Guan Yu and Jackie Wu. And then Karam Lee on position 19. And alongside Karen is the number 25 car of Yu Xiao. And John Shen makes up the grid at the back of the grid. Just looking there, Zhu Xiao has changed driver number, I think. Team KRC. No, that's RB Racing. That's all right. So, up on the formation lap then, Florian Latour, who's had rubbish starts all season, even by his own, this time will have to come from the second row of the grid. Can he follow Chris van der Drift down to the first corner and get some kind of advantage? Does not need to win today. It would be good if he finished on the podium. That would confirm him as champion with a round to go. And I think he probably wants to do that, but it's a question of risk versus reward. Hello everybody, if you're just joining us, we're on the formation lap. Sammy and Steve down on the grid, and in the pits I'm John Hindhaugh for the final weekend of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2023, the 20th anniversary season. And what an event we have. One of my favourite circuits. Love coming here and watching the racing. I have very fond memories of FIA WEC here down through the years. And is there anything better in the late afternoon, coming up to 4 o'clock? Is there anything better than the sound of 21 flat 6, normally aspirated Porsche engines? Lokelo in the mostly GT silver car coming through onto the grid. Chris van der Drift and Bao Xinlong then on the front row. Lokelo, Florian Latour. Florian needs to keep out of trouble. Can't afford a non-score here. That would be very scary going into the final round. It's had such a good season. Martin Ragginger, what Porsche expertise he has on the inside of row 2, along with the number 17, the red and white car from Simir Derby Racing team of Nazim Azam. Now that is a car that will start quickly. Keep an eye on that. Open road racing, Scott Hargrove, not in the championship points, but will be a factor here, I think. Zhou Wang, the best, the second best of the Pro-Ams, with Bao Xinlong on the front row, pole sitter in Pro. Yang Ryu, the Pro sitter in Arm, sits in 10th position on the outside of row 10. The cars are lined up. It is half a minute to 4 o'clock. The penultimate round of the 2023 season of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. The green flag waves at the back of the grid. The engine notes rise. They're hammering on the rev limiter. Wait for the lights. And we are racing at Shanghai. Great start from Chris van der Drift from the pole position as he rockets away to the first corner. Coming through in second place, one of the red and white cars. I think that was the 718. Yes, it was. Should be wrong. As he comes through. What a stunning start, though, from the pole sitter. Dropping down that huge drop from turn 1 through to turn 3. And van der Drift has got a massive lead. As he going off now, Bajin Long in the 718. Excuse me, it was Bajin Long that came through, and he's gone long at the 4th corner. That's the Pro-Am champion-elect, not how he wanted to finish the season. Great qualifying from him, and another big lot up in the pack. Drivers leaning on each other here as through comes the number 88. That's Scott Hargrove, guest driver. Keep an eye on the numbers on the windscreen. On the top right, white means Pro. Then Pro-Am are the green numbers. And I think Shobi Wong has come through into the Pro-Am lead. Just have to check that number 2 car, see if we can see it. Some tension down in the pit lane as Chris van der Drift has converted his first pole position from in second Florian Latour in the black and blue car, exactly where he needs to be. Third is the number 86 of Martin Raginger, who's made a great start. Surprised not to see Nazim Azam up there. It looks as though Bajin Long is back on and has held the lead in Pro-Am. Trying to spot him further down the field as they come through to complete the first lap. Across the line then for van der Drift. Wow, what a start for him, exactly as he was hoping. So van der Drift, the Shanghai Honda, Florian Latour, Raginger, Lokelo, your top 4. Then Scott Hargrove, those are all pro cars. Bajin Long did hold on to the Pro-Am lead, but Shobi Wong is right behind him with Eric Zhang. So the top 3 in Pro-Am battling 6th, 7th and 8th. Yang Ryu is in 9th position, the best of the arms. And Nazim Azam had the bad start as he dropped the positions at the start. So van der Drift clearing out. Stretching out on this long circuit, 3.3 miles, 5.4 kilometres. Van der Drift setting the pace, 2:08.8 for the standing start lap. That's a cracking lap off the front row. Lap record here. Goes back quite some way to 2019. Philip Hamprecht from the Star Chase team, all the way back to April 2015, a 2:07.7. I think that's going to go today. I really do. Perfect conditions. Defensive driving then by the leader in Pro-Am. That's Bajin Long, with Shobi Wong sitting right in behind in the Porsche Beijing Central and Golden Port car. And having a little look, the red numbers, remember, are the Pro-Am. 777 there is Bajin Long. In fact, Yang Rue Raoult has gone through, excuse me, in that yellow and black car. And there is a new lap record. Florian Latour at the front of the field, 2:06.698. That has absolutely pulverised the old lap record. So the 992s proving once again just how quick they are. That's getting down to GT3 pace around here. GT3s set all the way, earlier this month actually by Adderley Fong is a 2:04. That is tremendous pace then. That 2:06 for the leader, just to be a second and a half or so away from a full GT3 car, with a car that's full of fuel for the whole race. So Latour now with the fastest lap of the race, and a spin for the Better Life car further down the field. That is the number 9 of Li Chao, was in the top 10 positions. No, he was actually just outside. No, he was 9th, I was right when he spun. Oh, now, did he get a little bit of a help there? Or was that just a brassy moment on the way into the corner? Van der Drift, Latour, with 2 seconds between them. As the race settles down, nice clean start. Kitty World car coming through there, that's always an easy one for us to spot. Eric Kwong, second in the AM category at the moment. And a problem out on the far side of the circuit. That looks now. Oh, yes, well, that was a bit unkind. Some contact there. And Jackie Wu has got going again. Who was he battling with early on? Lokelo then in the GT Silver, number 99 for Toro Racing, drifting the back end of the car. Van der Drift, Latour ragging at Lokelo. Latour would win the championship as it stands now. Scott Hargroves fighting his way up early in that number 88 car, the open road racing machine. 5th position. Then the battle in Pro-Am. Bajin Long from the number 2, Xiaobi Wang. So that's Zhangpeng Auto and Porsche Beijing Central and Golden Port. And then the number 22 champion this year, Yang Raoult. So those 3 battling. In the AM category, it is a very good run for the number 22, sitting up in the top 10 for Yang Raoult. And Eric Kwong in 2nd, down in 14th, and 15th is Rujazin. Eric Zhang 3rd at the moment in the Pro-Am category. Lokelo desperately trying to close the gap on the top 3. Martin Ragginger ahead of him. This is going to make things very tight for the second position overall. Also keeping an eye on the positions in the arm category, where the second, third and fourth drivers are separated by a handful of points. In the BD group arm class leading car, the pink and white machine. Inside the top 10 again for Yang Wei. What a season it has been for him. Van der Drift with his lead just cut back a little bit from Florian Latour in second place. Beautiful conditions here. The lap record already having been smashed by Florian Latour in second place. '55 former champion team, Gao Yuzhe, just on the outskirts of the top 10, but 6th in class in the blue and white Jebsen car. Champion team, what, 2 seasons ago now. Gao Yuzhe had a decent season. Hong Shunzhe just a couple of cars further back in the 83. Now, remember those white numbers mean that's a pro car. The car ahead, Yang Wei, is the arm leader in red, and green is the colours of the pro arm, and that's a arm versus pro arm battle further back down the field. The second of the Jebsen cars. Latour just going through, and then a big gap back to Martin Raginga in elegant isolation for Martin, with the leading pair just beginning to close up down the long back straight. Florian Latour will be getting a little bit of aero advantage from the leader Chris van der Drift, who turns into 14. 3/4 of a mile, 1.2 kilometres that back straight. Raginga, Loke low. Scott Hargrove right there, then a little gap back to our pro-am leader. Open road racing, and Scott jumping in this weekend. Not eligible for points, but getting some experience here. '23 is the Kiddie World Racing Eric Kwong car, sitting in 14th, and Wu Jiazin in the number 5, sitting behind. That's second in the arm class, and third sitting in behind there. Eric Kwong right round the outside, taking the wide entry through 1 into 2, pulling it back for the apex, dropping downhill quite steeply here. You actually don't realise how far it is when you get to the bottom of the hill here. The wall on driver's left, at the top of that wall, that's turn 2. It's a huge drop down there. Our television cameras don't do it justice. So battle for second and third in the arm category, and this is all important for the championship as well. Championship positions very tight in arm. As we came into this weekend, Eric Kwong was in second on 146. Wai Xuzin 147, excuse me. Wai Xuzin on 146, and Li Renyu on 142, and 167, 166, 162, and 148 for Christian Chia. So those four, but certainly those three within 3 points, still massively battling it out for that part of the championship. In 9th position is our AM leader, our Pro-Am leader in the red and white car, just a couple of 3 cars up ahead, and that's the top 3 going into the first corner from Pro-Am, 6th, 7th and 8th. Now the battle a little bit further back. This is for 9th and 10th place. And in behind the number 20, the 55, with the white number, is Gayuge. At the moment, Florian Latour is taking the championship from Chris van der Drift, who vaults over Lourquillot for 2nd position. With still 1 race to go, that 2nd position is far from being inked in. Number 25 running rounds. Again, having a rather lonely race for Zhou, R&B racing car in the late teens. Battle for 4th position coming to the end of the back straight, then a little gap. And Bao, Chaubuon. 77 in behind there is Eric San. It's your top 3 in Pro-Am at the moment. All these cars identical, of course. The category system is about driver experience. Pro-Am and Am sort of speaks for itself. There, John Shen going around the outside there and having a decent battle with the Zebra car. Saw that car down the pit lane. That's Li Chao, isn't it, in the Pro-Am, so fighting back. 16 and 61, side by side. Shen to the inside. And Li Chao to the outside. Li Chao not having the best of it at Singapore on the F1 support last time out, ended up down the escape road with a broken car. Team Jepson versus the number 55. Now that's a change of position, I think. Yes, it is. That's Gayuge has gone ahead in the 55. So that's a new 9th spot ahead of the number 22. 22 this weekend, the number of Yang Rou, our championship winner-elect. Nothing's sorted till it's sorted, if you see what I mean. Post-race tech, etc. So that's a decent run from John Shen. He's been doing a lot of racing in Europe recently. We've seen him in the Creventic series in that flame-coloured car. 61 sitting in behind is Kerong Li, and then Li Chao. Kerong Li, the EBM Giga Racing El Bamba Motorsport. And here comes Li Chao. Oof, that was a bit tight for Team Better Life. Li Chao. Corin Lee there in that blue, white and black striped car. Now, what's going on the outskirts of the top 10 as Yang Ryu, having been passed by Wang Yijie, now has the unusually lowly Nazim Azman right with him, but all the battling going down at the far reaches of the top 20, turn 14, and that's a position made up by Li Chao in the yellow, black and white car, orange, black and white car, I suppose. Looks like Jackie Wu is coming through to join that little battle pack of 4 as well. Chris van der Drift leading. From Florian Latour in second, Martin Ragging in third, Luke Hello in fourth, Scott Hargrove in fifth. Arm battle with Eric Kwong locking up, and that's lost him the position all the way off the track there, and that could be crucial in the battle for second place in Pro Am, which he held by a scant margin. So that was Li Huanyu in the 188 Z-Speed car that was going through there, taking advantage of that. Battle for Pro positions. 2 double numbers, 99 and 88. That's 4th and 5th. Luke Hello. And the Open Road Auto Group, Scott Hargrove. Scott from Canada. Plied his trade in North America in Porsche Cup Challenge, as well as Porsche Carrera Cup. Seen him in the IMSA series as well. He's third at Taylor Mon a couple of seasons ago with Faf, if memory serves. Trying his hand at some other circuits and some other forms of racing. The Deluxe Carrera Cup North America on their final weekend of racing, as well as is Carrera Cup Deutschland this weekend. The drivers all fighting for championships and the seat at the Night of Champions, and for the younger drivers, more importantly, an opportunity to go to the Young Driver Shootout. Scott Hargrove is right there now with Lokelo. That's a top 3 championship runner there that Hargrove is battling with. Moves to the left, to the right, maybe just trying to fake out the car ahead of him. Meanwhile, Martin Ragginger, you can see this going on in the background. Hargrove down the inside at turn number 14, but he can't get it stopped and runs very wide indeed onto the AstroTurf. Scott, who came up through Team Canada Scholarship, raced at the Formula Ford Festival in the UK. That's this weekend as well at Brands Hatch. That was going back to 2013. And Ryu now has pressure from the recovering number 17. I may have cursed him actually, I apologise. May have been my fault. Nazim Azman had a couple of rocket ship starts in the Singapore F1 support race. Fast off the line, but track limits in fact got him a penalty if memory serves. But he will not be happy sitting outside the top 10 at the moment, although in 7th position in the Pro category. Down towards the hairpin at turn 6. A little bit of a defensive drive there by Ryu in the and slides the rear Michelin's. That's not good for tyre life. And immediately the opportunity seized upon by Nazim in 11th position. Asman looks one way, then the other. It's not just you wearing the tyres, you didn't get the forward progress out of the corner there in that pink and white car. Big lock up now from the front left, and there's the opportunity for Nazim Asman. He takes it, goes through. Turns 9 and 10. Now to the left-hander at 11, and another big lock up. Oh, this is not good news at all for Yang Ryu. He's got the championship locked up, but my goodness me, he's putting real pressure on that left front Michelin tyre. 2 laps or 5 minutes to go. In fact, this is the final lap now, isn't it? So through goes Chris van der Drift, just under the 30 minutes, which is our maximum. Florian Latour for Maitang Auto looks like he's heading towards the championship, subject to post-race technical inspection, of course. Takes a little bit too much curve in that black and blue car at turn 2, falling down the hill. There's that wall. That's the difference in height. That's considerable. Still the fastest lap of the race, I believe, has gone to Florian Latour, and I'm giving him a lap record for that, although the times have dropped off a couple of seconds since then. Chris van der Drift then, 2:06.698, confirmed still as the fastest lap, according to our graphics department. Chris van der Drift won at Suriname in Thailand in the race 1, took a double victory in Sepang, Malaysia, and has had a raft of podium finishes. That battle still going on for 4th and 5th, Lo Kelo and Scott Hargrove. Lo Kelo is nearly wearing Scott Hargrove's car. To the right, to the left. Oh, now Lo Kelo pulled back off the defensive line there. I wonder if he's moving around just a little bit. Latour leads the championship. Here comes Hargrove, a little bit of hip and shoulder there from the Canadian, and he'll go through into 4th position. I suspect Lo Kelo will not be too happy with that, and that will cost him some points in that battle for 2nd in the championship. Here's Chris van der Drift. Just one more corner. The checkered flag is ready, and van der Drift for Team Shanghai Honda will win it, and 2nd place is enough for Florian Latour. He knows it. He's flashing the lights on the Maidong Racing number 11. Here's the battle for 4th position, and a huge throw down the inside from Lo Kelo. That's a disaster for the driver in 3rd in the championship. He runs into Scott Hargrove, all locked up. He's going to lose another position overall, but not in his class, as through comes the 718 of Bao Xinlong, who'll take the Pro-Am category ahead of the number 2 of Zhou Wong. Oh my goodness me. Well, clearly Lo Kelo was unhappy at the way that Scott took that 4th position. He's come down the inside there, left his braking way too late, hit the curb, hit the Canadian, spun them both round. Brilliant piece of recovery from Scott as he clatters down the box, gets first, and goes through to come through in 4th position. Martin Ragginger, by the way, for Porsche Holding, comes through in 3rd, and will take the 3rd step on the box. And the stewards, I'm sure, will be looking at that in race control. If nothing else, it was somewhat untidy, and we don't normally see that at all. But clearly Lo Kelo not happy about the little shoulder barge that Scott put on him on that previous run into, well, was it 9 and 10, wasn't it? Between 9 and 10. Good news is both cars recovered, and I don't think they're too badly damaged, if at all. So Chris van der Drift wins the race. Florian Latour, the Frenchman for Maidong Racing, in 2nd. And that will be enough to clinch the championship with 1 round remaining here at Shanghai International Circuit. What a season it has been. Not the most auspicious start. Pole positions all the way through till round 8. He had the first 7 positions, couldn't get the car off the line and convert. Took his first win in Korea at round 3 at Yongham. What a season for our champion-elect. 4 positions for the first 7 races of the year, but he just couldn't seem to find a way to get the car off the line. It was at race 3 before he got his first victory, that he backed that up in Suzuka with a couple of victories there. And then right on form on the streets of Singapore too, where his starting was not an issue. The Maidong racing car, black, white and blue, right in the thick of it all season. And he's only finished off the podium in 2 races this season. 5 victories to his name. Your champion, Florian Latour, comes into the pit lane. Chris van der Drift rightly gets the applause of Shanghai Honda, and he will come into position number 1. Van der Drift came into the weekend 5 points behind Loke Low. He will go into the last race with a healthy lead in that battle for second position. So the Kiwi, the New Zealander, vaults into second position in the championship with that victory. That's his 3rd victory of the season. He cleaned up in Malaysia, a circuit that he's very, very good at. Unofficially then, here is the race classification from round 13 and 14 of 2023's Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. Van der Drift from Latour, from the Martin Raggingen driven number 86. Scott Hargrove elbowing his way through to 4th position ahead of our Pro-Am winner Bao Xinlong. Loke Low finishing 6th in the end ahead of Zhou Wong, Eric Zhang and Nazim Azman after a problem at the beginning. Yang Ryu, best of the AM drivers. He's our champion in that category ahead of Hong Shizhe and Wu Zhizan, who came through to 3rd position in the AM category. And I think there'll be a bit of discussion about that side-by-side action from Scott Hargrove and Loke Low. I think that might be Loke Low's.
Chris van der Drift is with me, our race winner. It looked like you managed to hold him off by over a second for the whole race. How did you manage that?
Yeah, a good start again, and then I saw him pop in the second, and I was like, damn it, he needs to not finish. So, I mean, it's great to win another race here. A bit disappointing, I mean, we couldn't fight through to tomorrow, so congratulations to Florian for winning the title. But yeah, good for us in Team Shanghai Honda to win another one here.
How determined are you, to really wrap up this weekend and this season with a great deal of success? 2 race wins, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, well, so far I started off good. Fastest in both practices, pole this morning, quali, and a win in that race, so we'll see what we can do in race 2 tomorrow.
Car good?
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Beautiful. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Cheers. Well done.
That's our overall winner. Winner in Pro-Am, Bao Xinlong, finishing a creditable 5th overall for Zhangteng Auto. As the teams get to work. Florian Latour already celebrating with the 2023 P1 boards for the Frenchman in the very natty white and light blue overalls. sure we'll have a word with him in a moment or two. Let's find out other class winners as well down there in the melee. Florian pausing for the pictures. You'll see them on the website and by the Porsche Motorsport news site, of course. Very busy weekend for Porsche Carrera Cups across the world. Now, Steve is in there somewhere. Let's see who he has found. I think he's waiting for Florian to jump down off the... There's a car in there somewhere as well. Right, Florian is at ground level. Let's see if we can grab a word with him. Champion-elect, subject to post-race technical inspection.
Florian Latour is our champion for 2023. Just give me your immediate feelings. You seem happy enough.
Yeah, very happy because it was a tricky weekend up to now for us because, yeah, we don't really understand the track at the beginning of the weekend. We have the very hard qualifying and then we get very lost since the beginning until now. I think he missed one practice for us. Now we pick up in the pace and then really happy because I don't figure out the big step we did between qualifying and now. So very happy.
It seemed like a good first lap from you guys, but then after that you couldn't really get inside the 1 second gap between yourself and Chris today.
No, but you know, today was for us not playing the race, but mostly a championship to make sure that we have the championship tonight. And tomorrow we start P6, so we try to do the best race we can do. But yeah, by starting P6 now, we have mind quite free to race, and then and that's it. Yeah, just manage to finish like this, and then I don't really look. I'm more manage the tires in case of new tires and everything. I really look for championship more than the race. So
very tempting to sit back in second and make sure you got the title today. Tomorrow, going to go all out for a bit of Sunday glory.
Yeah, for sure. As I say, we gain a lot of pace in between compared to the qualifying. So I think we have a better pace than P6. So for sure, the goal of tomorrow will be to move forward. After I don't know the strategy of the others by the tires because I don't really know, but we see because here the new tires is a big gap. So let's see tomorrow, but for sure we go with mind quite free for tomorrow. So
congratulations! It's been a wonderful season. Well done.
Thank you very much.
It has indeed been a brilliant season for Florian Latour. Didn't get things off to a great start in the race in Malaysia, but that run of 7 pole position. Brilliant stuff. Let's go to our pro am winner, Bao Jinlong.
Jinlong, first of all, just give us your reaction to that qualifying session. 2 1,000ths of a second off pole. Is that your best qualifying lap ever?
Yes, it's my best qualify in my career. Yeah.
How did it then feel to lose a few places on the first lap?
Because in the first lap the start is okay, but in the turn 6 I look up my tire. So my front right tire, I think has a flat spot. So it's not easy to catch up the front car. And I just stay my pace, and I'm happy I finished the race.
Finish the race, you're about to finish the season, and it's been a tremendous season for you. One race to go, but as you reflect on what's happened so far this year, you must be very, very pleased with your performance.
Yes, my performance, I think before, I think just also I want to catch up the pro driver, but now the last week, and I do the very good qualify lap time, and but today the race is shit. I think the start is shit. And I think tomorrow we have a chance because some drivers they use the new tire, but tomorrow I will use the new tire.
All right. Well, it's been great watching you this season. We look forward to seeing you again one last time in 2023 tomorrow. Well done.
Thank you.
So the only one of our winners we have not heard from is our AM champion. As well, actually, Yang Ryu, finishing 10th overall for the BT group. And Steve has caught up with that driver now.
Yang Ryu, our winner in the amateur class. Congratulations, first of all. But it was tough, wasn't it? You had people from behind and you had to hold them off. You must be exhausted.
You know, just It's really bad luck this weekend. To be honest, we have some damper issue this morning in the qualifier, so I didn't have the speed like Euro. So it's really struggle during the race. Yeah.
As the champion, how do you look ahead to tomorrow's race? You're just going to enjoy it, or are you going to work hard and see what you can achieve?
Yeah, just one more win. Yeah, and yeah, to finish my season.
It's been a pleasure watching you this year. We look forward to seeing you do something similar tomorrow. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Considering he's won the race and he's won the championship, didn't look overly happy. Yang Rao there. Didn't sound overly happy either. Proving, if proof were needed, just how competitive these drivers are. I think he was unhappy to have lost a couple of positions to Pro-Am and Pro Cars towards the end of the race. So round 13 is completed. Chris van der Drift from pole position with a great start. All the action literally going on behind him early on. With a decent jump off the line early, Bao Long, and then that mistake from second place down at turn number 6, which dropped him into the marauding pack, which included the number 88 of Scott Hargrove, who dealt with our Pro-Am leader pretty well. The Team Better Life car got a little tap and went around. Big battle in the AM categories for second position overall, and Eric Kwong just succumbing to the pressure and locking up. Then a brilliant battle for fourth place overall. Low had it, Scott Hargrove wanted it, and that was to end in tears. Side-by-side action at the bottom end of the top 10. But the big talking point at the final lap, at the final corner, Low had lost fourth position earlier on the lap to Hargrove, made the big dive down the inside, couldn't make it stick and turned them both around. Chris van der Drift wins the race. Florian Latour in second wins the championship. Martin Raginger comes through in third overall. Well, that was a bit of excitement towards the end of the race. As I say, that was the talking point, and I suspect that will be being discussed in the stewards' room as well. Two incidents in that battle for fourth position between between Low in the Toro Racing number 99 car, the mainly silver car, and Scott Hargrove in the Open Road Racing, the multicoloured red, white and black car. Actually, I've just realised something, because Scott isn't registered for points. Zhou Beihong still ends up finishing fourth in the pro class. So, actually, that was fairly unnecessary, wasn't it? That was very unnecessary. Lost himself a couple of places, one scoring position to Bao Long, but he's not in the same class, so I'm not sure that that actually is the disaster for Low that I thought it was. We'll do a little bit of arithmetic. Actually, it's just a bit of adding up before we go racing again tomorrow. Still the formalities to come. Thank you for staying with us this Saturday afternoon, as it is here in Shanghai. More Porsche action across the weekend via Porsche Motorsports. Remember, Carrera Cup Deutschland final took 2 rounds of the race series, and of course on the F1 support at COTA, Porsche Deluxe Carrera Cup North America. Penultimate race today. Riley Dickinson's runner-up way with the overall, but still some championship implications there via Porsche Motorsport. Right, let's head down to the formality. Sammy is ready to hand out some silverware.
I don't need anything from you.
Well, the trophies aren't quite there. The celebratory bubbly is, and so is Babendum, our Michelin man. All we need are a set of drivers. Sammy's there as well, I'm sure. Well, I can see Eric Zhang waiting to be called up.
Check, 1, 2.
He is our third place in the Pro-Am.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Okay.
Okay, Sammy, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium presentation for round 13 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2023 in Shanghai. 女士们、先生们，欢迎来到2023年亚洲保时捷凯迪拉杯上海站第13回合正赛的颁奖典礼。Now I would like to invite the winners for round 13 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2023 in Shanghai for the overall class. 现在我们即将开始颁发2023年亚洲保时捷凯迪拉杯第13回合正赛上海站 overall 组别的奖项。Let's firstly welcome on third place we have driver number 86 Martin Brackinger from Porsche Holding. 获得第3名的是86号。And on second place, we have driver number 11, Florian Latour from Meidong Racing. And he is also the mathematical season champion, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the winner of the overall class this round goes to driver number 8, Chris Vanderdrift from Team Shanghai Yongda. And the dealer trophy winner is Team Shanghai Yongda. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite Ms. Shen Tashta, the Vice President and CFO, to present the winner trophy. 现在我们有请保时捷中国副总裁及首席财务官洪生女士颁发第1名的奖杯。And now I would like to invite Ms. Shen Tashta, the Vice President and CFO, to present the dealer trophy. 有请保时捷中国副总裁及首席财务官洪生女士颁发经销商奖杯。And now I would like to invite Mr. Sky Chow, the Vice President Marketing, to present the second place trophy. 现在让我们有请保时捷中国市场部副总裁乔家琪先生颁发第2名的奖杯。And now we are glad to invite Mr. Alexandre Gibault, the Managing Director of Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific, to present the third place trophy. 现在让我们有请保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理纪伯安先生颁发第3名的奖杯。来，掌声鼓励一下。And now we'd like to invite everybody to have a group photo. So may all the award presenters please join all of our winners for the overall class for a group photo. So cameras, please ready? All right, big smiles and thumbs up, ready, 1, 2, 3. There you have the winners for the overall class for round 13 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2023. We are ready for some champagne.
Now, as that champagne is being desperately wasted, I think unofficially that takes
to the winners of the overall class. 来，再次恭喜我们 overall 组别的车手们。
I think unofficially that takes Team Shanghai Yongda into second place in the dealer trophy, and they close the gap on Meidong Racing by 5 points. So it was 249 to 228. I think it will be sort of Shanghai Yongda will have 253 to 269. So there's still a mathematical chance that Meidong Racing could lose the dealer trophy. So that is still to play for. It is very highly prized, that dealer trophy. All right, let's go to Pro-Am.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's invite the winners of round 13 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2023 in Shanghai for the Pro M Class. 接下来，让我们颁发2023年亚洲保时捷卡雷拉杯第13回合正赛上海站 Pro M 组别的奖项。Let's welcome on the third place we have driver number 77 Eric Zhang from Toro Racing。获得第3名的是77号。And on second place, we have driver number 2, Zhou Bihuang from Porsche Beijing Central and Golden Port. And of course, the winner of the Pro M class goes to driver number 718, Bao Jinlong from Zhengtong Auto. Now I would like to invite Ms. Tasha, the Vice President and CFO, to present the winner trophy. 来，我们有请保时捷中国副总裁及首席财务官洪生女士来颁发第1名的奖杯。And now I would like to invite Mr. Sky Chow, the Vice President Marketing, to present the second place trophy. 现在让我们有请保时捷中国市场部副总裁乔家琪先生颁发第2名的奖杯。来，掌声鼓励一下。And last but not least, we are glad to invite Mr. Alexandre Gibault, the Managing Director of Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific, to present the third place trophy. 现在我们有请保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理季伯安先生颁发第3名的奖项。And let's have everybody to have a group photo. So let's once again invite our award presenters to join our winners. Please be careful. It's a little bit slippery right now. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to pose for the camera. Ready, big smiles, thumbs up, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations again. Thank you to all of our award presenters. Ladies and gentlemen, let's time for champagne. And there you have the winners for the Pro M class. 来，再次给我们 Pro M 组别的赢家们掌声鼓励鼓励。
Zhou Bihuang then cementing his second place in the Pro Am Championship behind Bao Jinlong, who was uncatchable coming in this week. Eric Zhang in third position. All three of those on the podium there. In fact, in championship order. Now let's have our AM finishers.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to invite the winners for round 13 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2023 in Shanghai for the M Class. 最后，让我们颁发2023年亚洲保时捷凯雷拉杯第13回合正赛上海站 M 组别的奖项。Let's welcome on the third place we have driver number 188 Li Xuanyu from Z Speed Motorsport. And on second place, we have driver number 5, Wu Jiaxin from RMB Racing. And of course, the winner of the M class goes to driver number 22, Yang Ruoyu from BD Group. Now we once again like to invite our award presenters. Firstly, the Vice President and CFO Ms. Tasha to present the winner trophy. 让我们再次有请保时捷中国副总裁及首席财务官洪生女士来颁发第1名的奖项。来，掌声鼓励鼓励一下，给我们的第1名车手。And now we are glad to invite Mr. Sky Chow, the Vice President Marketing, to present the second place trophy. 来，再次有请保时捷中国市场部副总裁乔家琪先生颁发第2名的奖项。来，掌声鼓励一下。And lastly, we'd like to invite Mr. Alexandre Gibault, the Managing Director of Porsche Motorsports Asia Pacific, to present the third place trophy. 再次有请保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理季伯安先生颁发第3名的奖杯。来，再次掌声鼓励鼓励一下。And let's have all of the award presenters to join our winners of the M class on the podium again for a group photo. Can we have everybody to stand closer to the podium? All right, big smiles, big thumbs up under this beautiful sunset, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. And there we have it. Thank you again to all of our award presenters. It is time for champagne.
Once again, that has changed things for second place in the AM Championship. I reckon now Wu Jiaxin has gone ahead of Eric Kwong, who's now just 1 point ahead of
Careful.
Li Huayu.
Super slippery on the stage. All right, once again, congratulations to all of our winners from the M class, and thank you everyone. 谢谢各位来参与我们的这个颁奖典礼。那待会我们的晚宴再和大家见面，请到我们的Hospi 去观赏待会的记者发布会。谢谢大家的参与 ，Thank you everyone for joining us.
Well done, Sammy, getting us through that. Saw a brilliant penultimate round of the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia sees Chris van der Drift take the victory this weekend. Second place enough for Florian Latour to take the championship, with Martin Ragginger third on the podium. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Please join us again as we round off the 2023 season from Shanghai.
Lights on. It's time again. "20 years. We create dream cars, generation after generation. We push ourselves beyond all limits. We take victories and write history.
Three-time champion. What a great championship.
Together, we go even further. Are you ready? Bring it home. It's dreams that have fueled us across 2 decades. It's dreams that have inspired us, empowered us, and driven us to the next level. This is Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, driven by dreams. 2023 starts now.